Okay, good morning, everybody, and I hope you are doing well. This is Mohammed Bouhadji from Bahrain, and I would like to thank the New Horizon College of Engineering for contacting me, and also for the previous panel speakers. It is very to hear their talk about the future of entrepreneurship, whether in the world or in India. Can I share, please, the screen? Can I get the sharing?
Just give me just 1 minute, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, continue, sir.
Okay. So the idea here is that really to see the opportunities within the, the problems within the communities. And this is where, as I said, we need to bring more pioneers, not only entrepreneurs, to really bring a proper outcome with minimal resources and with minimal power from the government. As you can see now, governments are really in a mess that they can't really see. And I think that this mess will continue in the next 2 years to pick up. So there will be lots of funding, yes, but unless we have proper pioneers and entrepreneurs who will really go and build problem scenarios within the community and really collect the observation, they can't create a proper story for their success, and they will not see the proper opportunities that will sustain their legacy. And of course, they can't bring proper, solutions. And this is again what is we are missing here, is that the capacity of the entrepreneur to see the hidden opportunities are still very low compared to the challenges that we are facing in the world. I think beyond now this pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, and COVID-20, I would call it now, the second wave and so on, we really need the entrepreneurs that live with ambiguity. They should have focus more on socio-economic issues before they look for success of a special, a specific idea. The idea is supposed to be linked to the socio-economic issues. We're supposed to be also look at the problem from multi-perspective. We should look for the type of curiosity that is really triggering our thoughts and so on, so that we build our intrinsic powers, and then we create a differentiated solution for a better community, let's say, legacy and or development. And this is where I believe that the more we build entrepreneurs that they can exploit opportunities in a different way, the more we can create entrepreneurs that really can foresight the future. They have the youth spirit, which is, energy and the gut to really try and and be resilient more. And this will help us to really manage failures in a proper way and create live models where we can really create a passion for the projects that they are doing. And for that, as I said, we're having this master program, which is after now 5 years of with more than 35 books about inspiration economy and so on, and visiting more than 300 communities. We brought this master program to test really the entrepreneurs, how much they can create legacy. We are now turning many projects to be social for-profit projects. That is helping us to bring entrepreneurs that they can see the difference of the currency, the inspiration currency, when they spot an opportunity, and how much an opportunity can make a difference and impact and a positive outcome once they start to really utilize their really competency to create a better societies. We are really now in an area where we are going back in the world, most of the world, in an area where deteriorating society, unstable society, barely stable society. Maybe some of the societies trying to be success-driven again, but we'll see that many societies, they are not near emerging vibrant societies in the next, I expect in the next 2 years. And for that, we need entrepreneurs that will have the gut to create even more stable and resilient society and inspiring society. And they can make a difference with the minimal resources that they will have. So I believe that entrepreneurs, in collaboration with NGO leaders, they can really shift our the control and the domination of the capital economy entrepreneurs, who they are depend more on scarcity mindset, competition within each other, and my idea I will keep it for myself and so on. And they are more dependent on resources, to more of entrepreneurs that is really they are looking to discover their intrinsic powers. Of the intrinsic powers of the community, to discover the opportunities within the problem, and they consider it like a problem solving with the problem solving techniques and so on. And then they build an abundant mindset that would lead to the currency of inspiration. And this will not come unless these entrepreneurs really minimize the control of the materialistic resources, and they see that it is all now the new formula that is for inspiration economy we are using is not about supply versus demand. It's about now capacity versus demand, which means that these entrepreneurs will now look at what is the wealth within themselves and within their community. This wealth might be human capital, social capital, natural capital, physical capital, many capitals. In collaboration with the NGOs, they can build the associative mindset and to minimize the dependence, as our earlier speakers well said, about the financial capital. So the financial capital will be the last capital they will refer to, because they will have much more power, much more capacity to develop their solutions through that. So in collaboration with the NGOs, they can build really a competent organizations where they can be solve many problems. I'll just give you an example of how much entrepreneur and pioneers can play a role in their community. In Bosnia, we had a case where we had actually a humanitarian agency who was doing lots of projects relevant to supporting the people, giving them food and so on. But when we brought in new entrepreneurs and new entrepreneurial youth actually inside the organization, they managed to change the mindset of the organization. So the organization, what they used to do, they were used to emphasize poverty inside the community, because they are helping more people. More people is asking for becoming more dependent on the support of the food or the clothes or the housing and so on. But the spirit of entrepreneurs, when it entered this organization with the youth and so on, they help to create, they help to categorize that 40% of this NGO service receivers or beneficiaries, they're supposed to be out of the service. And they are supposed to be linked to the community because they are functional people. They're supposed to be more dependent on themselves. And this really helped to minimize this type of models where most of the countries will see that the poor is getting support from the middle class or upper class, and they are becoming more dependent on the community. This change in the mindset managed to eliminate the poverty, realized that a humanitarian role supposed to be a temporary thing, and managed to bring better demographics to the stakeholders, and it changed actually the pyramid. So now the idea is that the idea that was brought by these entrepreneurs who collaborated with us is that these people supposed to stay only temporarily to be in poverty. The poverty is only a temporary status. It's not a permanent status. And it can be changed by understanding what type of capacity they have in order to get out of this poverty. This is an example, just I given you an example. I know that my time is short, but I am saying here in short is that really if we manage to bring in the mindset of the pioneers and the entrepreneurs, and I emphasize the pioneers because we are talking about inspiration here. It's not only about success. If we bring to the mindset of the pioneers and entrepreneurs the social factor, for sure the economic factor will be much better and will be much more sustainable. And we can support this by, as I said, the programs that we are developing now with many universities around the world about the educational part and how much this can emphasize these ideas, because we can really build a better quality of life after the COVID. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about now how many people we are working with or how many things we have created. It's about it's even more than about having noble ideas. It's about inspiring opportunities in this unprecedented time where we can have lots of people, tension, depression, stress, which we are having a lot among youth, to be shifted towards more passion and towards visualization, to people having more people work with like symphony with the problems of the community. And this what will bring really the world to a better status. And I think the future is youth who are entrepreneurs and pioneers. They are trying not to be only entrepreneurs, they are targeting to be pioneers, and means that they have this inspiration currency that can change the world. As I mentioned, we have lots of books that you can refer to. And we are having actually now a series of the books about untapped solutions for the COVID, which means what the COVID has brought from opportunities. And it's a collection of papers. The second book coming actually next week with 52 papers published from the colleagues or the network of the Inspiration Economy. Thank you very much. Hear me?
Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. A few words on what you said. Okay. Yeah. Dr. Mohammad Buheji, it was an absolutely enthralling session, okay, which was fairly comprehensive. Just as they say, oil is the new economy, you came out with the word inspiration is the new economy. Okay. So your focus is more on the life skills part of it. If entrepreneurs are to be successful, they need to understand the life skills, and you introduce several terms in that, starting off with capital economy, to the socio-economic economy, to the present ongoing knowledge economy and the innovation economy. That is the way to go. That's the reason why I think the region you represent is also thriving, okay, and making rapid strides in innovations, okay, and entrepreneurships, along with the West, along with India, along with China. Wonderful. Congratulate you for that particular purpose. And you have done extensive work, okay, in the socio-economic angle. Most of the slides you pointed out, okay, were from that angle as to how socio-economic entrepreneurship can make a big difference. And you use several words like starting with multidisciplinary approach, curiosity, ambition, all resulting, okay, along with several other factors, with all resulting in inspiration. So inspiration is an outcome. Inspiration doesn't happen just like that. Okay, you get inspired, doesn't happen like that. You do all these things, then inspiration will happen. That's what your message was pretty clear, okay, on various aspects of life skill, so social, for profit, sustainable, resilient society, okay, and with minimal resources, entrepreneurs can make a big difference. So if entrepreneurs can understand the living conditions, the socio-economic conditions, okay, get into more detail, okay, then they don't require that many resources and that much money also, okay, and they can do a much better job. That's what it is. And your example of Bosnia was very interesting, quite comprehensive, that as long as you keep feeding, okay, people and do not provide work, okay, they will become a big burden to the society and things will start going out of control. So energize them, innovate. In fact, we need to find innovative ways of creating work today. Today it is not the money. Create work, money will come, money follows work. That is what. So that's what your overall message. touching on the various types of capital, human capital, social capital, physical capital, financial capital, natural capital, but the most important is the human capital. So we need to focus on the human capital, and that's a way to go. Absolutely enlightening in different aspects, Dr. Mohammed. Okay, so thank you very much, and making this summit, okay, very, very interesting and knowledgeable with your presentation and with your inputs.